If the water of all the oceans dries up, what will the Earth look like? As you know, the oceans cover most of the Earth's surface, which includes its longest mountain range, as well as the ancient stairs that ancient humans used to reach other regions and continents. But the question is, what would the Earth's surface look like if these waters did not exist? Hi. Welcome to Hana Fact. Join us to investigate the issue. This question was answered by a NASA planetary scientist named James O'Donoghue. In his simulated video, he shows what we would face if all the water on Earth dried up and 3/5 of the Earth's surface appeared beneath the seas and oceans. O'Donoghue previously worked for NASA and now works for the Japan Aerospace Research Agency, JAXA. To make the video, he used an animation created by NASA physicist and animator Horace Mitchell in 2008 and added something. In addition to editing its timing, he added a tracker to show how much water has been drained from the oceans at any given time. As the oceans gradually dry up, the first parts of the Earth's surface to emerge are the Continental Shelf, the edges of each continent that extend underwater. I started the process of drying up the oceans at a slow pace, because in the first few tens of meters of water, large parts of the Earth's surface were exposed, says O'Donoghue. The continental shelf consists of a large number of terrestrial bridges built by early humans to migrate from one continent to another. Tens of thousands of years ago, our ancestors could use these stairs to travel from continental Europe to England, from Siberia to Alaska, and from Australia to the surrounding islands. When the last ice age occurred, the waters of the oceans froze and these steps were buried in their hearts, says O'Donoghue. Each of these bridges allowed early humans to migrate from one place to another, and after the end of the ice age, water covered them. O'Donoghue's video now takes a look at the world of our ancient ancestors by removing those waters. This video also shows the longest mountain ranges on Earth, which are exposed by the drying up of ocean water to a depth of 2,000 to 3,000 meters. These are mountain ranges, ridges and ridges in the middle of the oceans that are more than 60,000 kilometers long, and about 90% of them are underwater. Volcanic mountains have formed from fissures created by the movement of the Earth's tectonic plates. And in places where the distance between these plates has increased, new ocean floors have formed as molten rocks rise beneath the Earth's crust. With the drying up of ocean water to a depth of 6,000 meters, almost all of the Earth's water has disappeared, but to empty the deepest parts of the Marianas Pit, you have to go down another 5,000 meters. It was very exciting for me to gradually drain the oceans and expose their bottoms, says O'Donoghue. This video shows us that the ocean floor has many elevations as well as the Earth's surface and has a very interesting geology. Is it possible for all the water on Earth's oceans to evaporate and dry up? The terrible news is that the Earth's temperature is rising day by day, causing the oceans to rise in temperature and eventually the Earth's oceans to evaporate. In the middle of the 20th century, the measurement and study of ocean water has been studied, and thanks to climate change and environmental changes with negative human effects, we have witnessed a decrease in ocean water, which is likely to worsen in the coming years. But the question is, as this situation continues and the greenhouse gases increase and eventually the Earth warms more, will the Earth's oceans evaporate and dry up completely? The answer to this question is that fortunately the current state of human life is such that if it continues in this way, the Earth will not be as warm as the drying up of all the oceans, and there will be no need to worry about the current state. Dryness and complete evaporation of Earth's oceans. Zeke Hosfather, a climate scientist, set up a non-profit organization to analyze temperature information. Research has shown that even if well-known fossil fuel reserves are burned, the Earth still has enough ocean water dry. The Earth will not heat up. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane will greatly increase the Earth's temperature, and about 93% of the excess heat will be absorbed by the oceans, which will lower the ocean water level. According to research, this increase in temperature has even reached the depths of the oceans, but for now there is no need to worry. Why? Because it is true that high heat causes the ocean water to heat up and eventually evaporate, but water vapor itself is a greenhouse gas, so it will remain in the atmosphere and return to Earth in a cycle. As a result, according to studies, the dryness of the oceans will not happen anytime soon. We are still a long way from becoming the planet Venus. But that does not mean we can waste water. Historically, our planet's oceans have been very resilient to the weather, Horace's father said. Hundreds of millions of years ago, for example, our universe was presented with a snowball scenario in which the entire surface was covered in ice, so much so that about 55 million years ago, global temperatures averaged 9 to 14 was Fahrenheit, 5 to 8 degrees Celsius. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, send it to your friends and subscribe to us. To improve the videos, please share your comments with us. We love you.